looking real cute. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me, but it's going to be all drugstore products. So I'll be using some of my classic staples from the drugstore. I'll be using some of my more recent favorites, and I will also be using some brand new products I've never tried. So it's just gonna be, you know, me chatting, getting ready together. I love watching these videos. I also realized that lately a lot of my channel has been really high-end products, and I don't want it to always be like that. I want to also have affordable things. I just haven't really bought anything new from the drugstore lately, but I changed that. I got a couple of things, pulled some things from my collection I haven't tried yet, and yeah, so let's just get started. Of course, by clipping the hair back in a little claw clip. I usually just like put it on top of my head, hoping it's gonna give me more body, like in my roots, but it never happens, and I just look like a crazy person. But it also is effective at getting my hair out of my face, which is most important. I'll be using the viewfinder and a mirror, so if I'm looking at either of those. So I'm going in first with my primer. This is the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. I love this. It is a little bit pricier for the drugstore, but I think it's a really good dupe for the Benefit Professional, which is probably my favorite primer of all time. Oh, I'm also going to try to be using affordable brushes as much as I can, so. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little bit. That much. I don't have a drugstore substitute for my Smashbox primer water, so sorry. Oh, this feels good. So I'm just getting that all over the face, pressing it into where I have my larger pores, which is right around here. And I love this stuff. It feels really, really good. Okay, so that's done. Now I have a couple like breakouts down here. I think one of my face cleanse off oils I'm using is breaking me out. So I'm having like some chin pulls problems. And so I'm going to take this Physicians Formula Cushion Corrector. I don't know what it's called. It's not on the bottom. Some sort of cushion corrector situation. It comes with this little thing. I think I'm just going to use my finger. I've never tried this before. Oh, very green. Okay, but wait, should we try this? Oh, I'm dropping things. I'm a hot mess. I do have the Urban Decay green color correcting fluid. I don't know if that's what it's called. But I do like it if I'm having extra redness. Even if it doesn't completely cover it up, it at least lessens it. So I want to see if this is any good as well. This is a little less green, which is kind of nice because sometimes if I don't do a good job blending out that Urban Decay one, it's like just green on my face. But this one blends out a little bit better. That didn't do a great job, but it did an okay job. But these also could like not be for covering up redness and pimples, even though I feel like why shouldn't it? It could be more for like redness in your skin, which I usually have, but today I'm okay. I got my eyebrows done yesterday, so it's a little red around there. But now I'm going to take my new favorite foundation brush. This is like the Artiste foundation brush from Crown Brush and BoxyCharm, which I don't think I can link this below. Talked about this in my most recent beauty favorites. I'm obsessed with it, so I'm going to use it today. And I'm also going to use my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup. This is probably my favorite drugstore foundation. I am in the shade W12 Porcelain Light Ivory. But an honorable mention, I also have been loving this Maybelline Dream Cushion Liquid Foundation. I love this so much. I also love the L'Oreal cushion. I just ran out of that, but those two I love. But today I'm just going to use this because I don't know, I just am. So I'm just going to take just a pump. I'm also running out of it. Just a little bit goes a long way with this Artiste foundation brush, which I've come to realize, which I also really like, because you only need like one pump or so. I mean, depending on which foundation you're using, but I've been using it with this, and I really like it. So I'm just gonna try to like spread it out a little bit. Then I'm just gonna go in with the brush. And it's just so satisfying. It's like a toothbrush for your face, but it's really soft. And it covers a lot of area quickly, and I like it for like underneath the eyes. It gets really well. This was actually meant for contouring, which I have tried it with cream contour as well, and it's amazing with that. I've just been amazed with this brush. It's my first like Artiste brush experience, and I am just like, before I mean I love watching other people do it, but I was like, I don't need that. Totally need it. It's great. And like just instantly I just look better, and I just love it. It's just kind of like a, I don't know, it just is like a flawless finish. If I need more, I usually just tap it into what's left on my hand and just buff it in. I feel like I usually need more foundation in like my nose and cheeks area, just because like that's the center of my face and that's where people are looking. I love this thing so much. If you guys have a favorite brand of like this kind of brush, let me know because I want more. Okay, we're 7 minutes in and I've only done my foundation. That can't be good. Now moving on to concealer using my all-time favorite drugstore concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15 Fair. I find this is a really good dupe for the Urban Decay Naked one. This one is not, they're not shade dupes, I would say. This one's a little bit darker, but I still really like this shade for me. It's just a little bit lighter than my skin, but not too much lighter. So I'm just gonna put that under my eye, and I also bring it up onto the lid just to like cancel out any veins or discoloration and whatnot. Doing this without like looking into the mirror is hard. I'm also gonna take some down my nose, my forehead, and a little bit on my chin. I'm going to be using 2 different things to blend this out today because I am extra like that. Wait, where's my brush? I've lost it. Oh, it's right in front of my face. We're just gonna leave that there. Okay, so I am taking this Real Techniques Point S brush, which I don't know what this means, but I got this from Octolay. I got a set. I got the bigger one, which I'll show you in a minute, but this one came in a set, and it's basically the same brush shape, just in like 4 different sizes, which I think is really cool because I like this shape. You'll see it in the close-up, but it's like fluffy, but comes to a tapered point. So I've been using this to blend out my concealer. I always see Tanya Burr blending out her concealer with a fluffy brush, and I'm like, oh, that looks so fun. So I wanted to try it. And I do like it. It doesn't do as good of a job on me as the Beauty Blender, which is why I'm gonna use a beauty sponge in a second to like go over my lines. But it is nice just to like swirl things out and get things mixed in with the foundation. I do really like this brush. I also want to try it for like cream contour, and I think it would be like a good, maybe too big for a crease brush. Ooh, poked myself in the eye. I'm gonna use another one of these brushes later, so you'll see like the different sizes. Get down the nose and the chin. But now I'm just gonna go in with my Morphe Beauty Sponge. Don't know exactly what it's called. I'll have it linked down below. This is incredible. I love the Beauty Blender so much, but I do not love spending the 20 bucks. This I think is an excellent, perfect dupe for it for $6.99, which is incredible. So I've just been obsessed with it, and at first I was thinking it's too good to be true, but I have been using it enough now to know that it isn't. And I'm gonna save myself so much money. And this is like not necessary. I could have just used this all along. I've just been loving using that new brush. Just get extra when there's new things involved, and I want to use them all. There's a cat on my shirt, by the way, if you're wondering. Now I'm going to cover up my chin spots using, this is so boring if you watch me all the time, but it's my NYX Incredible Waterproof Concealer, which I think they've discontinued, but I'm usually able to find it on Amazon, so I'll link it for you guys. But I'm in the shade Porcelain, obviously, because I'm white as can be. But I'm just covering up my chin folds, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is doing okay, so. And then blend it in with the pointy tip of my Beauty Blender, or Morphe Beauty Sponge, whatever it's called. Things are looking pretty good. Also at this point I'm going to put on some lip stuff. This is the Smith's Rosebud Solve. It's my favorite. I'm really boring when it comes to lip stuff, but oh well. This just is really good, and it's glossy and moisturizing at the same time, and it smells good. Okay, now I'm going in with a new product that I haven't tried. I don't think I've tried it, but I'll explain that in a minute. This is the NYX HD Finishing Powder in the shade Banana, which I haven't tried this. I've been hearing a bunch of people talk about it. I'm hoping it's going to be that yellow shade that's in my contour palette, but I wanted this to try it out for travel because I do not want to take that contour palette with me. I need a powder to set my stuff, and I have a lot of trips coming up, and I don't like to take palettes if I can avoid it. I mean, like sometimes I really work it out if there's like a palette I need to take, but I'd like to not if I can avoid it. So, ooh, maybe getting a lot of this. I'm using the Sigma Concealer Blend Kabuki F79 brush. It's a really nice, like fluffy, pointed, tapered tip. It's my favorite for setting underneath my eyes. Just going for it. So far so good. A lot of the times with powders, like it's kind of like I have to see how it wears throughout the day and like if it makes me feel dry, but I like this shade match. It's not too yellow, which I really like. Some banana yellow powders can be too yellow on me because I'm so fair, but I like this one a lot. And as you can see, it's yellow tinted, but it's not that yellow. I'm just going to set everywhere I put the concealer, so my under eyes, and including on top of the eyes to like prime for my shadow I'm using. My forehead, a little bit on my nose, but not too much. Oh, that was a lot. And definitely on my chin. I do not like to have a dewy chin. I like to have a matte chin. I know that that's personal preference. I see a lot of people put highlight on their chin and I'm like, oh my god, no. Maybe that's because like that's where my breakouts are always, are on my chin, but I'm just like, no dewy chin for me, please. Okay, I am really liking that powder. Great. And it was like 10 bucks. Now I'm going to be doing a little bit of bronzing and contouring. And Okay, so this is another one of those new Real Techniques brushes. This is the Point L, it's the biggest one. The other 4 come in a set, this one comes by itself. I've been obsessed with this. You guys know I love my Marc Jacobs, the bronze brush, and I still do, obviously. But it's like, what, $80 or something crazy? And this is, I'm not even sure, but it's much, much cheaper than that. But I really have been liking this because it gives like a really nice, kind of, I don't want to say light application, but it's a really nice even application. Oh, it's just so nice. Oh, shoot. I'm using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the lighter shade. I cannot get away from this bronzer, you guys. Look, I've hit pan. It's also broken. Like, I kind of want to use it up before all my travels so that I can justify buying a new one because it doesn't shut all the way, so it wouldn't be good for traveling, but like, I need this when I'm traveling. When I pack makeup, I like miss the makeup that's at home. Like, I know that's crazy. I'll be like in North Carolina with my family at our house and I'm just like, I miss my makeup. We're going out to dinner, I'm doing my makeup, I miss my collection. So I have to like be really careful with what I pack. But I love this brush and this will definitely probably be coming on my, I said definitely probably, that's doesn't make any sense. But I don't like to travel with that Marc Jacobs brush just because it's like so expensive and it is kind of big and bulky, but this will be perfect for traveling because it's a little bit more compact and petite. Okay, should be bronzed enough. Speaking of Morphe and Jaclyn Hill, she mentioned this Morphe R10 contour brush. Well, I don't know if it's for contour, but that's how she uses it. And at first I wasn't gonna pick it up, but then I saw it in person and I was like, yep, need that. I mentioned this in my favorites video. So I've been loving this for contouring and I'm gonna be using my favorite drugstore contour shade. This is the NYX HD blush in the shade Taupe. So don't mind that it's a blush, it is a contour shade. I mean, I don't know, you could maybe wear this as blush, but for me, it's a contour shade. It's very like gray, so it works. And this is nice for contouring because you'll see it's short enough to contour and it's the right like size on the top, but it's fluffy enough to blend it out, which I like because I don't like things to be too harsh. Go in where you want. I'm just gonna take kind of the excess and put a little bit more up there. This will definitely be coming with me on my travels. A lot of the time when I'm contouring, like doing my makeup, I use palettes, but I do not want to take a contour palette with me to Tokyo. And I love NYX face powders. Like, they just stay all day. They've never done me wrong, so I'm hoping I'll like that banana powder, but I'm pretty sure I will. So just a little light contour, nothing crazy. My hair is crazy. And I'm just gonna go back and just blend everything just to make sure. If you do like a more precise line, you could take your beauty blender and kind of clean it up a little bit. That looks nice. Looking less pale. Also picking my nose. I'm not picking, I'm scratching. Okay, I'm gonna move you in so we can do eyes. Okay. Don't you love seeing me this close? I knew you would. Okay, so for my eyeshadow, I am using an old favorite that if you watched my eyeshadow declutter, I had to toss this because it like cracked and went bad, and it's because I didn't store it properly. This is the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the color Amber Rush. I'm sure you've seen everybody and their mom talk about it, but I didn't keep this gray thing, and I think that's why it like dried out. So it's kind of like a pressed foiled eyeshadow, and it is gorgeous. I'm just gonna bring this up. And I'm gonna be using one of my favorite eyeshadow brushes. This is the Real Techniques 203. It's some sort of like tapered blending or something. I'll have it linked down below. I love it. So I'm just going to get a little bit on my brush. This is the best eyeshadow ever. My all-time favorite eyeshadow is MAC All That Glitters, but this comes close. And it's kind of a similar color. Oh, it's just so beautiful. And I'm just gonna put this all over my lid. I'm gonna go to town. So just get that all over the lid. Do the other one. I am going to blend it out though, don't worry. Okay, now I'm going to take a crease brush with nothing on it. This is the Point Extra Small brush. Okay, so that Point S from before was Point Small. This one is Point Extra Small or XS, I don't know. And I'm just going to take it with nothing on it and just blend out the top to just kind of make it more seamless. Now before I do my brows, I'm going to put on my first coat of mascara, but I'm going to curl the lashes first. Very important step. Surprise, surprise, I'm using my CoverGirl Clump Crusher in black brown, blackest brown, just black brown. This is the best mascara at the drugstore, you guys. Hands down. Let me know your favorite drugstore mascara though. I'm probably not going to try it because I just use this over and over, but let me know. I do put on 2 coats of mascara, so this is just the first. And I don't do bottom mascara because I'm weird. I know. Okay, first layer done. Now I'm going to do my brows, which I don't really have any drugstore brow pencils. The only drugstore brow product I have and love is this NYX brow mascara in the shade Blonde. I don't love it quite as much as my Benefit Gimme Brow, but it's kind of the same deal. I just really like the brush on this better. This is kind of a bigger brush that I have a hard time having control, but it definitely gets the job done. Also, the shade at first to me looks too light, but then as it like settles and dries, it gets darker, so I don't know. But it's one of those kind of like tinted brow gels. And it works really, really well. And it keeps your brows in place and gives them some nice color. And I just got my brows done yesterday, so this is gonna be so easy. Okay, so brows are done. So now we're gonna do some blush, and I'm not even gonna zoom out. You're just gonna deal with me this close up. How amazing are my nails, by the way? Yes. I have all 4 of the Physicians Formula Butter Blushes in my everyday makeup drawer because I love all 4 of them. But since I went with kind of a like rosy eye, I'm just gonna go with the more natural one. I am also gonna be using my Morphe G8 blush brush, which I freaking love. I got this off How It Look a really long time ago, but they have it on Amazon for cheap, so I'll link it down below. Just a really nice like tapered pointed brush. I'm just going to apply the blush. I love blush. It's my favorite part of makeup. And this is just the best everyday shade. I am going to use my only highlight that I have from the drugstore, which is this NYX Strobe of Genius palette, which I love. This is great for just highlighting if you want a bunch of different shades, but they also make really good eyeshadows, just like any highlight. It's just under 20 bucks, I believe, and I think it's a really good deal because the powders are really good quality. My favorite highlight brush, drugstore and all, is the Real Techniques setting brush, and I think I'm gonna go for... I'm gonna mix these two. Can you see what I'm doing? I've been oops, got a little bit of the dark one. Yes. I'm just gonna kind of go in like a C shape right there. These are like not intense highlights, but they definitely like pack the punch you would want them to if you're a highlight junkie. And this brush is really like small but fluffy, so it's good for blending things out. I'm gonna put a little bit underneath my brow and above my brow. Also gonna put some on the tip of my nose and down my nose because I've been liking that, and a little bit on my Cupid's bow. Whenever I do my highlight, I kind of like to blend it out just a little bit so things look a little bit more seamless, and a damp beauty sponge always does the trick for me. It just like, I don't know, makes it like blended with your skin just a little bit better. And then I also sometimes go over it with my blush brush just to make sure everything is blended out. Okay guys, I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna do one more coat of mascara. Okay guys, and that is it. Kind of just like a bronzy, glowy, rose goldish kind of drugstore look. I've been wearing this pretty much every day. I've just been obsessed with this eyeshadow, so I've been using it a lot. But that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up to let me know. If you want more drugstore videos, I will have my playlist up in the corner, and I will also have all of these products linked down below, as cheap as I can find them. If you are not already subscribed, please do so. You can click my little face right there and you will be subscribed. I will also have my latest video down in this corner and my social media links down in that corner, so lots to click and do. And I love you guys. I'll see you very soon with a new video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.